All right, guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to another video. And we're going to go ahead and talk about what happened last week in that big fallout. We're going to look into some stocks to see if we can go ahead and capitalize on some calls. And I got a lot of stocks. I got a lot of tickets for you guys. So stay tuned, enjoy, and let's get straight into it. All right. So first thing I want to talk about is the SPY. As you see, this thing went from 673 all the way down to 652. Now I posted a like a little video on TikTok, and I was saying it was the day before, so Thursday. I was saying that we were gonna go ahead and fall down all the way down to 661, and we didn't. We actually went right back up. But I knew that we were coming down sometime this week. So other than that, like we went ahead and dropped. So the reason why we dropped was Trump put on his Twitter and said he's going to be imposing 100% tariffs on China on the rare earth minerals, and that just tanked the market. I think we lost $1.5 trillion in the market. I know I got smacked. I went down 9% in my portfolio, um, and other people got smacked as well. So as you see this large bearish engulfing candle right here, we took out so much in one day. But that's good because for one, the market was over. Uh, it was we were due for like a dip like this, right? Um, like we needed this because stocks were just getting too high, overextended. But now it's time for them to go back up. So what I predict happening on this coming up week is we're gonna have some more turmoil. It's gonna drop a little bit more. We might see like one green day, but it's like barely a little bit of sideways action. Probably post another red candle, maybe not as big as this, but we'll post another red candle before we start seeing upside. But I do see upside coming, and that's why I'm gonna come and tell you guys about these calls. I'm not gonna hold you guys too much. Let's get into these calls, and hopefully these work well for you guys. I'm gonna give you some levels to look at. If they hit these levels, you're good to go. But if they don't, then just forget about it. Because if it don't hit the level, we don't need it, right? So first thing I want to talk about is AVGO. I also put that on my TikTok as well. We got super close to the target I called out on my TikTok, but we're gonna hit it this time for sure. Bearish engulfing candle, just like on the SPY. We posted a lower low, we posted a lower low. We got this fair value gap right here. This gap's got to get filled around 310. So if you were to buy like a swing 3 to 4 month swing or even leaps around this 310, 311 area, like you'll be good to go. Even if it dips down at 304 or this 300 range, which are also good dip buys, it's gonna bounce. Like so, this 300 range, I don't see it going past it. I know we got to go ahead and clear this fair value gap on AVGO, but that 311, 310 area to 304 and 300 are good buys. So if you bought here at 311 and it dipped down to 304, buy more contracts. And it dipped down to 300, buy more contracts. It's only helping you out because when it bounces back up, that money's going to be flying in your pockets. So your account's going to look real good if it does something like that. Or you can wait for it to hit these levels of 304 and 300 because the only issue with waiting, right, is like, for instance, AVGO, when they did their last dip down to 325. And I put out in the video, I told you guys, I said 325 is a good range, 325 to 320 and 315. It never made it to 315. I think it made it as low as 321. And I was going to buy it, but I was asleep. Like I said, I work third shifts. So I was asleep, didn't buy it. It shot back up to 336 and as high as 350. So you can sit there and wait for it to get to the lowest point, or you can take action, allow the time on your contract to go ahead and help you out and buy more when it dips, because when it jumps up, it's going to help you out, right? So let's move on. I don't want to talk about AVGO too much because AVGO is a strong company as well. But let's talk about OKLO. I really like this company. If I get back into OKLO, I'm going to hold it through their earnings. I think they're going to do really well on the earnings. I think they're going to shoot up to some really high numbers. But do you see this wick right here, or this candle, right? So that means buyers were in control at one point, and then sellers stepped in and pushed that thing down, right? So with them stepping in and pushing it down like that, that is called a shooting star, or a falling star, or whatever you want to call it. But that's a bearish candlestick, even though it's green. It's still bearish because the price was here and we pushed it all the way down here. So we could be seeing some more drops. I marked some levels of where I would like to get in at. So these, I would get in around that 136, 129, 122. This 116 is actually a pretty good level. I should have marked it. Let me go ahead and get this, get it marked out yellow. Not all those are key levels. So this 116 is a perfect level. I'm not going to lie to you. It bounced really good here. This is on a daily time frame, but if we go over to the 4-hour time frame, the smaller time frame, you'll see how many times that we bounced around that that 116 for about a week, right? We could not pass it, and eventually we pushed past it, and we got yeah, and that was highs. So this is a good level right here. In this 130, 129-ish area is a good area too, because it's a key psych. Along with this is also a good area, 136. So if we can get down to these levels, I personally would like to. I'm gonna watch it and see how it plays out. If it holds this 136, if it drops down and holds this 136, then I'll buy it. But if I see it losing momentum and push it down to 129, I'll wait. You know, it's all about like being patient, right? Allowing the charts to do what they do. They're gonna move regardless, no matter what you do. You can't move the market, right? So the best thing for you to do is be patient and go ahead and just capitalize off the market. All right. So that's one for sure. And Amazon. All right. I really like Amazon. I said this on my TikTok as well. I think it's highly undervalued, highly. Um, but it's all good. So bearish engulfing candle, it dropped down to that 216, which I marked. I hopped in right here at 216.02. Well, I think I hopped in a little bit earlier, like right at 216.94. Not mad. I knew it was gonna dip down a little bit more. I wanted to get in before the market closed. Because just in case it bounced back up, I didn't want to get caught trying to buy in this 220, 219, 218, 217 area, and then it falls back down to 216. Because as you see, when it closed around that. It doesn't show. Oh, right here, if you can see right here, 215.10. At 8 o'clock it closed. So that let me know that it after hours it went ahead and dropped more. Around 8 o'clock, I could see this going down more. I mean, but that's fine with me. Like I said, I would just buy more. I'll buy more as it goes down. I got plenty of time. I got till February. I got plenty of time. My theta is not bad, so I'm not worried about it. Anyways, so if it goes down to this 209, that's a good bounce point. There's no fair value gaps to worry about on this stock, so you just got to worry about like the movement of it. And I think they're going to do well on their earnings as well, because they've been doing a lot of like pharmaceutical deals. So they're going to do well on earnings as well. I think they're really going to shoot up after earnings, and I'm going to hold through earnings. Earnings going to be in November. So I'll hold that through earnings. What I have right now, I'm going to hold through earnings. I'm going to hold all the way to the end of the year, unless I see some bad press and I just got to go. So, anyways, I really like them. I would hold them through earnings if you wanted to. Let's move on to MU. Micron. Micron's got to fill this fair value gap. All right. So they've been killing it. They got tons of gaps actually to fill. But you got to ask yourself, do all gaps fill? No. But if we're close and we already publishing these bearish candles right here, this fair value gap is definitely going to get filled up. All right. So I would buy here at this 166, because it's going to go past that 168, or it might bounce from there. But this 166 looks a little bit better to me. And if we can get down to 160 and then go ahead and start bouncing, 160 is a good range to go ahead and buy. So if you can get in that 166, buy back in at 160, and then wait for the bounce back up, you're gonna be good. Also, another company that's going to be good for earnings as well because of all the contracts they've been doing with the government. I believe they're going to also do some astronomical numbers. That 200 high is going to be like 250 after they're done. All right. ACHR, I've talked about this before on my YouTube. Remember around when it was like $8, I told you guys to get in right around here. Right, I told you guys to get in around here. It was $8 and it shot up all the way to 13. That's a $5 move. These contracts were cheap. Okay, I profited. So if you listen, then you got in. But I profited. So they were $8. I got in. I probably got it around this 10.45, which is fine. Profit's profit. But you got to protect your capital. And if I feel that I've made enough profit from a contract, I will get out. There's no need for me to sit there and try to hold it. Now, granted, I did push up really good, and then it pushed up really good again. And for those who don't know, and also I marked out that fair value gap that I said we got to fill, which we did. Now we got to refill this fair value gap right here because it has not fully closed. So if we can get this 10.45, that's a good buy. I'm already in Archer right now. So as it goes down, I'm just going to buy more. I got that thing all the way out until April. So I'm good on them. And for those who don't know who Archer is, they are in competition with Joby to make the first airlift system to travel inner city. So not just, planes, but flying cars, essentially. It's all AI. They're called eVTOLs, all right? Electric vertical land off and takeoff. VTOLs. Electric vehicle takeoff and landing systems. All right. So they go straight up and they move. Joby and Archer, which are Joby's the next one I'm going to talk about, are the two in competition. Joby plans to roll out their stuff into 2026. I don't know if it's mid, early, late, but they plan to roll their stuff out in 2026. Archer, no, Joby is doing it in 2025. Archer's supposed to do it in 2026, but they're still fighting with the FAA to get approval. But Archer will be doing their stuff in Chicago, Illinois, and Joby will be doing their flights out of Manhattan. Good thing about Archer, what I like them a lot, is that they got a lot of pull with, I want to say, United Airlines. So they're working directly with a United Airline to have their own fleet because, and this is major, if they get with United Airlines, their stock's gonna fly because not only are they gonna be doing stuff with United Airlines, think about the other rideshare companies they're gonna be looking towards to get in them, like Uber. Uber's already doing work with helicopters. All right, I got a whole thesis on this. And then there's been talk about Tesla acquiring them. I don't know, man. Things looking good, but yeah, Archer, if you can get in at 10:45, this video is gonna be long, but yeah, if you get in at 10:45, you're gonna be good to go. If it dips below, just buy more, but 10:45 is a good buy point. Joby Aviation, lot of stuff to buy. So they got this fair value gap. They've already started dipping, and I think they got a little more room to go down, which is fine. I think they can come down to this. Scooting in. I think they can come down to this 14.99. So if they can get down to this 14.99, that's my personal. That's my That's where I would like to buy. You don't have to buy it there, but I would like to buy it to push back up to all-time highs. Like I said, they're in competition with Archer. They're doing the same stuff: eVTOLs, electric vertical takeoff and landing systems, all AI. All right, just think about this: you can order a eVTOL from your job to take you to your house in like 5-10 minutes. No street lights, nothing like that. Archer already has like the world record of the highest eVTOL at 7,000 feet. I don't really know what Joby's doing, but I like Archer a lot. I think if there is one company that's going to push the needle for that project, it's going to be Archer. But Joby is going to be the second player in the hunt of public offering teams companies. There are other companies doing it, but they're not public, so we're not going to worry about them. They're not in our space. And my last one I want to talk about is Meta. And the reason I want to talk about them is because y'all see how I got this channel right here? It's already been doing this downtrend. What this right here? What this mean? Channel. bear flag. We're going back down. But I mean, obviously, we got this bear's candle right here. So we got this bear flag. And it's gonna fall. It's gonna fall down. I personally would like it. It's already filled your gap right here. I personally would like it down to that 640 or 660, 650 range. Can it get there? I don't know. But what I think could happen is around that 679, 680. I think it might bounce off that 200 EMA, and that would be our bottom for Meta. Because also on our side, we're already pretty low. We're at 38. So if it falls down to that 179, following a good trend, that 179.25, I'll buy in and be okay with that. That's not bad. Uh, their their stuff should be cheaper. Um, so yeah, I really like them a lot. Lata. So yeah, so those are my picks for this week. Like I said, let the market do what it does. It's going to fall again coming Monday, maybe even Tuesday. Might do some sideways action Wednesday, and it might see a retreat back up on Thursday and Friday. Now, keep this in mind. If that doesn't happen, it's okay because we got another week. So October is known to be the most volatile month of the year. But you know what the best month of the year is? Santa Claus November. November is the stock market's Christmas. All right. So in November we're gonna have crazy moves up, and then also we got earnings. And like I said, those companies MU, OKLO, and Amazon. If you get in those, and it's coming to earnings, I'd hold it personally. You don't have to, but I would. But yep, that's all I got for you guys, man. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys take notes. I gave a lot of information out, some good levels. Like I said, this 679 is pretty good. If you guys have any questions, please leave it in a comment. Make sure you hit a like button, subscribe if I put out some good information. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.